All right. Welcome, everyone, to another episode of Let's Talk Photography. And this week, we have actually an argument I haven't heard much people talk about, but our third-party lens is taking over. That's right. Are they taking over? Also, I'm going to be bringing you a live unboxing of the Godox IT30 Pro Mini Flash. All right, so we got a lot to discuss. I want to hear opinions. I want to hear complaints and all your comments. So let's get to it.
Join me every Thursday on YouTube for another live show of Let's Talk Photography. We cover the latest news, interviews with today's industry leaders, tips, tricks, lighting, cameras, and the business of photography. My weekly live stream is all about crowd participation. You're encouraged to ask questions, talk about the cool camera gear you've got or the camera gear you want to get. Hell, you could just join our open panel discussion during our Q&A portion of the show. The cost of access to Let's Talk Photography is very, very low. For today only, I'm hosting a very low price of $3.99 to subscribe and press that bell icon to get notifications of my upcoming live streams. Now let's get back to the show.
All right, everybody. Welcome. That's right. I do want to share something real quick. I have to give a big round of applause to StreamYard. Yeah. I'm not sure if you know, but right now, because of their latest update to StreamYard, and they are not sponsoring me at all, like at all. I wish they would get their game up and support this channel, whatever, but I'm actually paying like the rest of y'all. And you can now stream horizontally and vertically all during one stream. Hold on, let's get to it. I know, it's so awesome. So right now I should be streaming to YouTube Shorts and regular YouTube Live. I'm streaming right now on Instagram. Let me go check out my Instagram, folks. I hope some Instagram people see me out there. I'm on Instagram. All right. I think I got only one person over there. I don't know why. Oh, there we go. It can see my feed. Look at that. I'm shooting vertically and horizontally. This is pretty amazing. All right. It's about dang time. It's about time, StreamYard. Yeah. So this is pretty cool. So for anybody who has any comments about the topic, don't worry. I have a whole outline planned for today's show. We're going to be running like a smooth, well-greased machine out here today, all right? And we're going to be talking mainly about third-party lenses. I know it used to be a very creepy topic. It used to mean that you were either cheap, couldn't afford the good stuff, and you were just basically waiting for the better things to come out. But a lot of times, these third-party lenses are creating optically just as good lenses for much more affordable prices. We're going to talk about more of that. We're also going to talk about what are some of my personal third-party lenses that I enjoy. But before we get to all that, please, if you haven't already, shame on you, all right? And go ahead and smash that bell. Hit that subscribe, most importantly, and like this video. All right, all your likes, believe it or not, support this channel. How? Well, it helps tell that stupid Google algorithm that you care and everybody else should too. So that's why all you got to do is smash that like button. And right now, because it's Black Friday season, I'm hosting a very low price for smashing that like. $3.99. All right, so go ahead and smash that like button so we get into it. Obviously, throughout the day, let your opinion be known in the live chat right now, because I actually let the live chat showcase during the replay. So it would be great to share your opinions, what your thoughts are, etc. All right, let me go. I'm going live right now on TikTok. Here we are. We're live now on TikTok. So we're on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. All right. We're going to do it live. We're doing it live. We're doing it live. You guys seen that meme? I know you've seen that meme. We're doing it live. Anyway, of course, one of the best ways to support this channel, okay, besides smashing that like, subscribing is by joining my channel membership. Okay, joining my channel membership actually directly helps me to dedicate more of my time to creating more awesome content, because believe it or not, it takes a lot of time to put all this together. None of this stuff you see here is free. The lights, the camera, the microphones, and all this, and even these sound effects. All right, someone's got to tap them. Somebody's got to tap these in. So go ahead, if and when you can, support the channel, become a member. And let me get to this part. And if you haven't already, make sure you go ahead and follow me on all the socials. I need to update some of these socials, but nonetheless, at least the icons. I'm on Facebook, of course. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Threads. I think a whole few of us are, but I'm on there. I actually post a lot. It's easy to post directly from Instagram. So I'm on Threads. I'm on TikTok. I don't get the TikTok. I don't dance. I'm not that cool, but whatever. I'm on there. I post. Feel free to go ahead and follow me. And I'm on X, the most negative, vile social media out there. I am there too with all of y'all. Okay. So go ahead. Oh, by the way, there are direct links to all of my socials down in the description section of this YouTube live video. So I've made it very easy. If you want to go follow me, I'm actually pretty responsive on Instagram, Threads, if you respond to something, and of course this here YouTube. All right. Oh, and of course Facebook. But the Facebook inbox is a little interesting, but I am on there. Okay. Look at all these pop-ups. All these Instagram not notifications on your phone, they just get so annoying after a while. I just want to turn them all off. Anyway, so I do want to let you know I am hosting some Black Friday deals through December 2nd. All right, let me show you really quick right now. Here we are at my website, Robert Silver Photography. If you go here, you click on store and Black Friday. And right now, right here, you can see I'm hosting it's almost 30% off of my Lightroom fashion photography collection presets. Okay. And it's only $24.99. I have 12 presets I use personally. These were all created because I started to realize I created my own for like years and I just reused them. And after a while, I was like, why don't I just put this together and offer it out there for all of you? And as I said, right now, instead of 34, it's only $24.99. And obviously, if you do that, it directly supports this channel and me personally, but definitely this channel. Okay. And again, the more support I'm able to get, the more time I'm able to dedicate to creating more and more learning experiences and just great storytelling for all of you. All right. Then I don't have to split my time doing other stuff. All right. Now, so again, this link to my website is down in the description section for yourself to check out when you have a chance. All right. So there you go. Look at that. Boy, let me tell you. All right. So I see we already got some people in here. Let me go over to my outline real quick. I just want to make sure I have my outline because I do have a show. I'm trying to make sure I stay on topic. There we go. Cool. All right. So far we are good. Before we get to product highlight, let me say some hellos to everybody. Let's get the comments. All right. We already getting a lot of comments rocking. King Krug, is it true? Third-party lenses got that sauce. Oh, you better believe it. Good to see you, King Krug. And yes, Roy, you're absolutely right. There's nothing wrong with a little saucy lens. We got J-Rod in the house. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Let me get, okay. He wants oh, yeah. You damn right. Okay. Well, as J-Rod says, there's nothing wrong with a third-party lens. Okay. What does Randy Savage have to say about that? Oh, yeah. He agrees. Can you believe it? Roy says every lens at every price has its place. You damn Skippy. Has anyone ever had a problem with a third-party lens not working? I can't remember having one. That's actually a very good point. I haven't used a third-party lens, whether I had DSLR or mirrorless, where it just did not work, right? Now, have I had some that didn't work up to the performance level of a native lens? Sure. But completely not work, or just like to the point where it's so annoying to use I don't want to work with it? No. Roy says, I'd feel better if Chinese lenses didn't use plastic lens element. Oh, that's a good point. You know, you gotta, that's why I look at like when they make the different versions that are quality versus not quality. Like how can I say, like Viltrox has like I think 3 levels, and they have like just Viltrox and the Viltrox Pro, and their lab lenses are supposed to be the highest quality. I'm gonna go after the Pro and the lab lenses, quite honestly. So like, you know, there's nuances. Let's go, bro. Hey, we got A Good in the house. Hold on, let me see here. What is he gonna get? What is he get? Oh, here we go. Here we go. Final Fantasy. There's never a bad time for it. All right. So shout out to you. Thank you for tuning in. And then I still have dozens of old lens caps from yesteryear to remind me what lenses failed. Mostly Sigma. Oh, ouch. Burn. Okay. And sometimes it's like that. I remember Sigma lenses back in the day before they got really into the art lenses were kind of like hit or miss. But the Sigma arts though, nah, those are awesome. Okay, especially if you shoot Sony, and of course L mount. Fajar says, "Good morning, Rob, from the other side of the world. We're hating on time zones to go together. Yeah, this is good stuff. This is good stuff. I appreciate you tuning in from other side of the world, brother. Yeah, shout out to you." And then King Kruk, Rob's in the house. Thank you very much. I know that was like a few minutes ago. We got Manila Martin from the Philippines. Hey. We got J-Rod. Lenses are fun to take apart if you have the right tools. Broken lenses, that is. Yeah. Broken lenses. Let's put that in big fat quotations, because I'm definitely not going to do it. I'm nervous using a set of lenses where you could take the rear the mount, and replace it with a different mount. I'm nervous about that. But I'm going to show you those lenses in a minute. King Kruk, what's up? Oh, warming it up. Well, you know, I'm trying, man. I'm trying to bring a different level of energy to these live streams. I know it's just me. I watch some great photography podcasts, and they normally have like at least 2 of them going at it. And me, I have to, I guess, drive the whole energy for 2 hours. It's a lot of energy to put in, not only to produce this and put it together, but also to host it. It's a lot. And trust me, I would rather have 2 people, just so I can rest my throat a little bit. It is what it is. So that's why I'm going to take a quick moment and enjoy this cup of coffee. All right, here we go. All right, thank you, everybody. Just gotta, you gotta wet the whistle every once in a while. Believe it or not, a lot of talking, your vocal cords. You know what I mean? Like right there. All right. King Krut says, what kind of third parties, lower end or higher end? Because you already know we want top tier stuff. Come on now. You already know it. You already know it. But that's what we're talking about. Let's talk about it all. Let's not leave anything on the table. Okay. Because as someone mentioned earlier, they all have their place. I have not the top tier Viltrox, and I have the top tier Viltrox. So there's pros and cons, believe it or not, right? But I'm sure we'll talk about that in a second. Here we go. Agreed. Old manual lenses last a lot longer. Oh yeah, that's a fact, and they're just built really well. There was a time period when Z8 got a firmware update. Some folks, ETZ, Sony adapters stopped working. As for native third party, I think I heard Tamron's work, but some Viltrox don't. I heard some of that too, Fajar. I heard some of that too. I haven't had that issue. All my Viltrox works with the Z8 and Z6 Mark III. Thank God, because I love all my Viltrox lenses. So that would have really hurt. But I have heard that because people have asked me the same thing. Hey, mine doesn't work after the firmware update. For those who are watching on TikTok right now, what you want to do is come join me on YouTube, where you can see and be a part of the live chat that we got going on. And you can hear all the cool sound effects. Okay. So you're missing out. You're missing out if you're not on YouTube. So with all that said, I think it is time we do a wow, look at, I really appreciate everybody's comments. This is looking great. You are Charlie Sleuth from One Extra Radio Show. You know, I'm gonna check him out, but shout out to him. I'll take it as a compliment. Yeah. All right. You know, and I'm just trying to do my thing. You know what I mean? That's it. That's it. We got Daniel. Oh, I haven't seen your name before, Daniel. Thank you so much for tuning in. First time watching the stream. Your photography is fire. Hello.
Oh yeah.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, man. I love what I do, and I love sharing most of all. Believe it or not, I don't want to sound how do you say, cliche, but I do love sharing. I love this community, and when I fire up the stream, I see the same folks. It just gets me pumped up. So thank you, Daniel. I really appreciate that. Have to run. Have a great show. Thank you so much for tuning in. You know what I mean? Hold on. What does he get? He's going to get a Final Fantasy. Okay. That's what he's getting. There we go. Thank you, J-Rod. And Fajar. But hey, ages ago, we had third-party options, but that was considered sideline lenses. Nowadays, we have Sigma practically producing first-party level lenses. And we also still have budget options. I know, that's so crazy that, you know, there's like a tier system, right? You have native, and then you have like the top tier, which is Tamron Sigma, ultimately. And then you have like Viltrox, Sirui, 7 artisans that are like right underneath them, you know, and they're gunning, especially Viltrox. Viltrox is gunning, and Sirui is for sure gunning when it comes to cine lenses. When it comes to cine lenses, Sirui is like it. They're like that that ninja you don't see coming, because every glass I've got from Sirui, and I have 4 of them, freaking beautiful. And the manufacturing is fantastic. Heavy, good grade metal. Anyway, everybody's happy with options. Absolutely. I think that's the best part about it. And that's why I wanted to kind of talk about this, is that, like, yes, they are making serious strides in quality with these the third-party lenses, and we win. We win because we do have those options. We can get the native glass if you really want to, but you really don't have to. And I think half the people out there don't really have to feel pressured to get native in order to capture pro optical results anymore. I would say, 2010, 2015, until 2020, let's just say, for sure, there was kind of a big difference. But Sigma Art really proved a lot of people that you could do it for a third of the price cheaper. And then a bunch of smaller third parties jumped out, Sirui, etc., Viltrox, and stuff like that. So yeah, that's days ago. There's no more. King Krug says, I still want to get Sigmas. I see people out there crushing it with them. Yes, you're absolutely right. Here's the thing, King Krug. When I was at WPPI 2 years ago, I had an interview with a technician there, an engineer, and he was telling me that Sigma Art lenses are optically the exact same as their Cine lenses. So if you're using a Sigma Art lens, you're getting the same optical results and quality out of their higher grade Cine lenses. It's just basically the chassis that has changed and how it's used, right? You have the teeth on it, the teeth on it, and stuff like that. But result wise, you could put them together and you will get the same color or sharpness, contrast, etc. through that lens. So that lets me know you're getting a serious piece of glass when you buy a Sigma Art. That's for sure. All right. They purposely did that, which I appreciate because I own, I think, like 4 or 5 Sigma Art lenses for the L mount. All right. Where is my, here we go. My sound effects. Got to get that right. Mark Man's in the house. Me looking at my planner after you saying that. Oh, dang. I'm sorry to hear that, brother. Where's my, I didn't say nothing. Okay. Keep your mouth shut. And then we have Maz Man. Oh, I bought the Viltrox 135 Lab and it was junk. I ended up sending it back for a refund after going round and round with Viltrox support. Yeah, I don't know about the support. I like the Viltrox 135, but to each his own, obviously. But I will never say that lens can compete with the Plena. That is a no-no. I could never say that. The performance, the autofocus performance on the Plena, I did notice was obviously better. And the color, the details, the sharpness, it's a great lens. But just for those who want a nice compression, under $1,000, it's $900. It's definitely a consideration for a lot of people. But I'm sorry you had that experience, Maz Man. But it's good to hear from you. Mushi. Hey, what I want to give him? I'm gonna give him a Mario coin. Why is the screen vertical today? Well, I think there's 2 streams. I'm streaming twice to YouTube. Let me check out YouTube. How are we doing on YouTube on this thing? Yeah, I have 2 streams. I have a vertical stream. If you found this on YouTube Shorts, it's going to be vertical. If you found it through YouTube, like regular live, it will be horizontal. There's 2 streams that's going out right now, and both are live. You could thank StreamYard for that. StreamYard has made it so I could stream both vertical and horizontal all at once. All right. So it's not me. Oh, wait, what do we got here? Yes. I almost forgot I had these sound effects. Haven't used them in a while. I might have to figure out a reason to use them. I'm looking at Zeiss, Leitz, and Cooks for the Cook lenses. I've heard a lot of great stuff. Zeiss, I don't have the budget for, just being honest. And I haven't used them, but Cooks, I've heard of a lot of great things about their lenses. But Sirui is about to drop something tomorrow morning, which I cannot wait. All right. Doesn't have to be, a portrait or headshot lens doesn't have to be absolutely sharp. You know, that's what we're trained to look for, is like, how much sharper can it get, right? And we're just kind of trained by that, I think. What else are we, like, more megapixels? Like, we need more megapixels. I don't know why we feel like we do. But, you know, I have a lens that's not like the sharpest. I still like using it. I don't care. A lot of you can't tell anyway. I posted on Instagram. Craig said, I saw today the Viltrox just released an 85-2 for $275 for Sony and Nikon. Well, an 85-1-2. I have to check that lens out, but shout out to them. All right, let me see what I got here.
Thank you very much.
Oh yeah, I have Donald Trump in here.
It's all fake news.
Oh God, oh no. Craig told me it's not fake news. The heck. Mozman, mine wouldn't focus at all. It just pulsed constantly. The weight and floating elements also scared me. You know what? That weight and the weight, it is a weight. You're totally right, Maz, man. The floating elements did scare me too. I noticed that when I turned on my camera, it kind of like locks up, but when it's not, you know that scared the hell out of me. But they're like, oh, it's by design, so I took it, at their word. But the focusing, yeah, if that's an issue, obviously that's a major issue no matter the lens. So I totally agree with you. I think you did the right thing. If you don't feel it, you don't feel it. Return it. Boom. That's what it is. What it is. And dealing with these third-party lenses, that's why I go through like either Adorama or B&H or Amazon, because I'm gonna be able to. I'm gonna return that sucker in like a heartbeat. It just seems way too risky and long. Yeah, no, you're totally right. If that's your experience, I certainly can't poo-poo on it. I think you did the right thing, Andre comes back. My Voigtlander 51 1.0 worked on my Z8 after the updates. No problem. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. So I'm guessing if it doesn't work, it must be.
It's all fake news.
It must be. Donald Trump said so. Craig said, wondering if Viltrox will release the 8514 Pro for Nikon. I hope so. If they do, I'll very much consider getting it. Okay. I would like that 35 one. I think it's, what was it, the 1.2 that they came out with? That one too, but definitely the 8514 would be nice. I just have an 8518, which is great. It's 7 Artisans, I believe. But if they came out with that one, I would have to get it. I've had good experiences with Viltrox so far. I have 4 of their lenses, and but I can't say that's going to be the result for everybody. But so far, I've had good luck, and the prices are worth taking a shot and giving and seeing how it goes for a week. I'm on the horizontal stream now. Hello, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. See, that's. So that's the thing, everybody. People who are streaming through StreamYard can stream on both not platforms, ratios. So either you catch me on 16:9 or 9:16. It just depends. If you're on shorts and you see me live, you're gonna get the vertical version. Okay, but it's a cool thing to make sure that it's another great way for me to stream and keep you all posted. I like that a lot. I do. Let's see here. What else? God, you know what, everybody? I am so happy to see all of you engaged in the chat. Voigtlander and recent Zeiss lenses are made by Cosina. Okay, I didn't even know that. But thank you, Roy. I appreciate that. And we have Mark Man in the house. You see, Mark has been a long-time supporter of the channel. He's been what is it? A member of the channel for, I think, at least a year now. So a long time. So shout out to Mark. Hold on. Let me see if I have something. Let me see if I have something very special for him. Well, you know what? You really can't go wrong with with this, because you can't go wrong with this. This is old school. It's the Nintendo 1 Final Fantasy win. All right, that's for Mark Man right there for continuing to support this channel. I'm waiting for the Viltron 3512. Yeah, I'm not sure the Viltron, but if it's Viltrox, I'm there for you. And you're absolutely right. I think that, and if it's like $600, man, I'm getting it like ASAP. Forget it. And I'm currently testing out, as some of you know, tomorrow. Last week, I couldn't do the photo shoot because of rain, and it rained all day today. But hopefully, it's not raining tomorrow. I have a shoot scheduled, and I will be using this one right here. I'm going to be testing this out with a model, the 7 Artisans 35 f 1.8 lens. Now, I already took this out for like cityscape and like kind of street photography stuff. I didn't realize how much fun a 35 millimeter lens is. Seriously, I really did. And so if Viltrox comes out with that 35-1.2 for the Z mount, they got a sale from me. All right, it is what it is. Let me go to my banner. Turn it off. Can't post comments. Oh, okay, that's fine. And then we have. Oh yeah, I saw that, Mark. Man, I figured that's what you meant. I figured that's what you meant. Don't you worry about that. It says my dream Nikon lens is the 85-1.2 though. That's a gorgeous lens. Now, if you thought the 50 was hefty, the 85-1.2 is hefty. Okay, but it's a gorgeous lens. I don't care. Quite honestly, check this out. A little product drop. You know what I mean? You know, take a little sip of coffee. Add some hair in your chest or something. I don't know. The 85-1.2, like one thing that annoys me sometimes, like I know we're getting really spoiled with lighter lenses and smaller bodies being able to do fantastic things, you know, capture images, take great video and everything else. But if a lens is great, I'm gonna I'll put up with a lot. That's why I like the 85-1.2, the Plena, and the 135-1.8 Plena. I don't care about the weight. I don't, because the results are magnificent. They're simply magnificent. So I don't care. Now I do care if I have to shoot video because those filter sizes cost me money, get ND filters or something. But like overall, it didn't bother me. Okay. It is what it is. It costs to be the boss. Okay. It costs to be the boss. A strange NE lens is the Roll 85-2. I'm tempted to get one just to see if it's any good. Let me know how that works. If you do get it, Roy. Guys, I have the Nikkor 1.2 Trinity. Thank you, Lord, for all my blessings. All paid off with PayPal. Hello. Where is the? You get a win. All right, fella. You get that win. What else do we have in here? Typoc lenses are on sale right now. I think I saw. Yeah, I just saw Kofi. If you guys know him, he does a lot of cinematography stuff. He's over in Canada. He just reviewed like a Typoc lens. So this is the first time I've really dug into them. So I can't really speak on that brand. And then Anthony comes, I need the Sigma 200 F2 for Nikon Z versions. Man, I'm telling you. All right. With all that said, let's get to some fun stuff. I want to do this unboxing for you, as I mentioned. All right. And it's right here. All right. Let's get to, where is my media? Come down here. Now, let's get to the product highlight. Let's go. All right. Well, let me turn on my camera. That'd be nice. Jesus. Kind of show my running. Okay. So we have right here. Man, my camera is drinking on a job today. My camera is drinking on a job. Do you see that guy? All right. Ladies and germs. We got the Godox IT30 Pro. Some of you have already seen this out on the market. It's a little mini flash, and it actually does TTL, and I believe it does high-speed sync. I got to double check. Let me see. It doesn't say it here, but that'd be incredible if this. Oh, okay. Here we go. It does TTL. It says it right there. I'm not sure if you can see that. Let me see if I can punch in. There we go. I'm not sure if you can see it, but there we go. All right. It says TTL. I think it works with the X Pro or the X3 and the X3 Pro remotes. So that's cool. It has, the heck is that? An on and off switch, which is, I guess, is amazing. But it's fully touchscreen. Now, in the past, I'm not sure if you remember, but I actually reviewed this live on a live stream photo shoot. It's the Godox IM30. It's like a little throwback to those like compact flashes you would have on top of your film camera. Okay. Now let me put it here. This is not bad. I actually dug it for what it could do. The only thing is, which I don't like, check this out. Check this out. This is what I didn't like about it. If I could ever get this thing open, is this right here. 2 AAA batteries. Okay. I don't like batteries no more. Not for this kind of stuff. I got to be charging it or looking for new ones. I'm not going to do all that. But this is a nice little compact flash. It was cool, right? Not bad. Someone out there will like it. You could put slave or slave 1, slave 2, and I don't know. It's cool. It's all right. But this one right here looks like I'm actually going to have some fun with. Let me go right there. Let me get a little bit wider for you. There we go. And right there. Okay, so now let's open this puppy up. Let me get a knife. How about that? All right. Shame on me. Let's open this thing up live. Okay. All right. I'm realizing I have to make sure that the vertical and the horizontal look solid. Let's do this like that. All right. There we go. Make sure it's all cool. Open this thing up. And we got the instruction manual, which I'm sure none of you will read, but there it is. Put that aside. And then we have, this is the unit itself right here. Okay. Compact, but definitely, a little bigger than the other one, that IM30. Just for reference. Okay. Just for reference. But still pretty compact looking. Now, before I give that a go, let me make sure, see if anything else is in here. And it looks like just a carrying case or cloth right here. See that? It's just a cloth. Okay. Cool. Nothing impressive, nothing to see here, kids. Let's talk about this. Toss all that out the way. All right, here we go. So we got the IT30 Pro Flash, N for Nikon. We got the little touchscreen action. Let's go ahead and turn this puppy on. See if there's oh, okay. You can see right here, it says W. I'm guessing for wide beam. And then it shows right here, N for narrow. That's what I'm guessing. Yes, it is, because I can actually see, I'm not sure if you can see it, but there's like a lens or something that turns. Okay, I'm guessing that's what makes it wider, and this one makes it narrow. Congrats. There's a lock mechanism here. So I'm assuming just like the X Pro and the X3, as soon as you put this on a hot shoe with locks, this is how you take it off. So that's pretty cool. It's already going to be snug on your hot shoe. You have the control dial and some buttons right there. Okay. Now let's turn this puppy on. Oh, okay. Let's set English. Slide to the right to unlock. Boom. So it comes pretty much like 70% juiced or 60% or so. The LCD is nice and bright, just like the X3 and the X3 Pro camera flash triggers. And control the power, just like those other flash triggers. All touch screen. That's pretty cool. And then, let's see here. Let's get to the menu. You can set your channel. And then, oh, what is this? Okay, that's to sync it to the trigger there. TTL, manual, multi. That's what's up. Here's the TTL. Now here's something that's kind of cool. High speed sync, baby. This little old thing does high speed sync. I'm really curious to what it can do for high speed sync. I really am, because I can't imagine how much power I could produce out of this, but I'm very curious. USB-C port, so you could charge it via USB-C, which is really nice. I think that's a sync cable plug port right there. I'm not sure. I have to check that manual I tossed. All right, so you get into the system here. You got the trigger distance. You could choose the slave 1, slave 2 if you wanted. TCM. Standby. Whoops. And whoops. Auto off. Screen standby. Screen brightness. Language. Factory reset. And I'm sure device info. So that's cool. Everything that you would notice inside the X3 and X3 Pro camera flash trigger is in here. Very nice. Cool. Get out of there. Now let's do like, oh, there you go. Oh yeah. I don't know if you can see it. Cool. Very nice. Now let's put this on top of my Z6 Mark III. Oh yeah, that thing's on there. That thing's on there. Yeah, that thing's on there. It is not moving. All right, so here it is from the side. Again, is the Nikon Z6 Mark III. See if you can see it from the top. So it doesn't come out further than the side of it. So it's nice and compact. And the reason why I wanted to look at this is for event photography, quite honestly. I just want, because one thing with event photography sometimes is like this flash is like a V100 or something, or SB 910 or whatnot. They can be kind of big. And sometimes you just need a little pop of light just to fill in the face, the shadows and whatnot. And I've seen this a few times for a couple months now. I'm like, you know what? Let me give this a go. But I think this has a very nice place in my camera bag, especially for event photography or when I'm at fashion shows, which I will be next week. And I want to be able to take BTS photos, like behind the scenes, take some photos of the models and stuff like that before the show begins. This could be a very nice way to add additional light without adding so much bulkiness and weight to my camera. Very nice. Now I'm going to turn this on. It's on TTL. Oh. This thing, it's bright. Yeah, it's very responsive. Shout out to Godox. Let me put it on manual though. You dig? I like my manual settings. There we go. Okay, so you could switch, you could change the power on the flash up here, or you could change it by touching the screen. Totally up to you. If you like the feeling, you got it right there. Let's just say 1/8. This thing is bright. Hold on, let me lower it. That's how bright I have to lower it. It's definitely got some power to it. And this thing's got more power than I thought it would. Well, I'm shocked already. This is actually pretty impressive. All right, now here's the other thing. I want to be able to connect this, the i2030 Pro N, to an X3 Pro camera flash trigger. Let's see if that works. Now I have to go get that trigger? Where the hell did I put it? Anyway, give me 2 seconds. All right. I'm back. Here. That's what I get for not keeping everything close to the vest here. All right. Here we are. This is if you were with me last week, I did a live unboxing of the new X3 Pro camera flash trigger. This one is for Nikon. Again, it says Pro N for Nikon. They have it for Fuji, Canon, and of course Sony. But nonetheless, here we are. Let me power this bad boy on. And part of, again, I'm going to use it as an on-camera flash, as it is right here for the fashion show next week. But I'm also going to use it in my hand. And what I'm going to do is this. This is what I'm curious about. If I take it off, replace the trigger right here, put that on there. And then this is channel 21. Let me switch my channels. Whoop. Yep. 21. Cool. Let me see how to do this here. All right. So clearly, I need to do some straightening. Oops. There we go. Give me a second, everybody. I got to fix all this madness I'm putting myself into here. There we go. One. Got that. Now. Maybe I'm having a little brain situation. Maybe I could do it like this. No. Cool. All right. I know there's I'm not doing something right. I'm not doing something right. Because they're both on the same. Oh, that could be it. That could be it. Hold on. Here we go. Okay. I don't know why. Oh. Oh. It is. Okay. Oh, stand by. Did it? Well, I was hoping I bet there's a way, and I just don't know what I'm doing. Okay, I want to be able to trigger this with this. Trigger this flash. They're both on the same channel, and let me see. There we go. I do like the screen a lot, though. Screen is pretty cool. Fascinating. Let me just make it easy on myself. One and one. One and one. Hmm. Maybe it just doesn't do it. I don't know. Now I want to check out the now I actually do want to read this manual and see if it does, because I'll tell you, um that's one feature I would like to have on this, is whether it does trigger from this remote. That's what I really want to know, because this is a very cool flash and it is super freaking bright. Now, guess what we're gonna do, folks? Live, we are going to actually bust open this this little oh god, my eyes. It's not as bright. Jesus. Could they write this any smaller? This is not gonna help me out. Technical data. What do we got here? This TTL. Okay. It doesn't let me. Wireless settings. Okay. Enter wireless to slide the thing. Top down. Baruch channels. Assist the sender unit and receiver unit to quickly set up. So wireless sync. All right. So if we do that, what was that I just said? Oh, wireless sync. And that. Let's see here. And then I'll go here. Why doesn't it do that? Doesn't maybe maybe because that's fascinating as heck. Wow. I'm killing a lot of time looking at this freaking flash, but now I'm so determined to know whether it does connect or not. And that would be such a cool move. I really want it to be able to connect. And I am going to figure that out. If I could only read all the small writing. It doesn't do it when I do wireless connect, clearly. Let me see if I do scan. Right? Will it do it? I don't know if it will. I'm going to see. But I don't see anything in here that says. Yes, it says wireless flash, wireless function, sender groups. Okay. Now, how do I get to that part, though? Ah, here we go. Here we go. Press and hold the group box to switch among. Ah, duh. All right, let me get out of this. Good Lord. Okay. It's a group box, though. Okay. Oh my goodness. It says, yeah, that's literally, where is it? Here, sender Wi-Fi mode on senders. Notice that others. Oh, oh, okay. Now we're getting somewhere. Aha! I've solved it. Holy cow. I told you, everybody. I was gonna make sure I won that battle. Forget that. All right. Whew, that was annoying. That was user error for real. Anyway, okay. So now I can actually use this using a wireless trigger like the X3 Pro. So you see I have it on channel 1. But when you're in here, not sure if you can see it, but right there, let me get out of that. So right from here, you see now it's channel A. How do you do that? You go to the menu, you have to scroll up, and that little symbol there lets you know that's just on a hot shoe. That's the little hot shoe icon. This is when you want to send information from here to another flash, and the other flash is a slave. When you do that, where the little waves are coming in toward it, that's when you want to use it. Use a remote like this. You just set that. Whoops, let me send that back. You're back. Now I'm in business. Now I'm in. Whoop, there it goes. Jesus, don't point it at your face. Okay. And there we go. Now you can actually handhold this and flash it, and it fits in the palm of your hand like this. See how it fits right in the palm of my hand? That's pretty cool. Very small. So if you're in an event, you just need to pop a light. Boom. 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 That's pretty cool. All right. So, whoo, that is it right there. The product highlight of the day is the Godox IT30 Pro. I'm going to have to say, this is pretty kick-ass. This is really nice. I actually really like it. And especially with the internal battery, this is going to be very nice for a lot of people. You don't have to carry another battery, just USB-C charged. A very nice touch display on the back. And yes, you can use it. It has high-speed sync, TTL, and you can use it wirelessly. So that's pretty kick-ass. Once you figure that out, you just have to, again, scroll up to that icon, and then you're paired up. You're good to go. All right. So that was user error. Thank you so much for your patience, but a very cool little flash. All right. So that is it. That is it. That is all. Ooh, gee whiz. Man, that took up way more time than I wanted to, but I was determined. I was so determined to not let that flash get the better of me. I'll tell you that right now. But I did it. All right. I did it. Yeah. Whew, that was annoying. Let's go check in on some of these comments before we get to the main topic of the day, shall we? And there is about 48 messages that I did not see. So I'm going to go through them real quick. All right, let's go. Maz man says, I'm sorry, I'm going to need fourth party lenses. Wow. Okay. All right. I feel you, brother. hold on. I have, there we go. Let's see here. The big, okay, Andre says, the Nikon 8512 is my favorite lens, even more than the Nikon 3512. Wow, 85. I could, well, for certain people, I could totally see why. I mean, for portraits, you can't go wrong, right? I like a 35 just because it's a fun, like, every day, not every day, but like just a casual go out and shoot kind of a lens. So if I had to pick one prime and I was going to, let's say, a festival or whatnot, the 3512 is going to smash it all day. So I think that'll suffice for me, at least. My biggest problem with tiny speed lights is the recycle time. Yeah, you're absolutely right. But for what I plan on doing with this little mini flash, the recycle time is not going to hurt me too much because, again, I want to fill light a little bit. I don't want it to be the dominant light, hopefully. And when I'm out doing fashion shows and stuff, a lot of times I don't want to have all this stuff behind the scenes, like flashes and stands and whatnot. I could just get in there, take a quick photo, boom, I'm out of there. How's the dial on it? I really dislike the dials on the Godox triggers. This one is solid. I'm not sure how much more solid needs to be, but it's very responsive. You know, it's very responsive. Let me see if I can get in there. Does it want to actually like focus on like my hand? Anyway, it's responsive. It feels good. I'm not sure. It doesn't feel bad. That's for sure. Doesn't feel bad. And if not, you have the touch screen, really. You barely need to touch the dial if you don't like to. Slide to the right, slide to the left. Cha-cha-cha now. Hey, man, you know, I'm sitting there trying to figure out this flash. Hey, that was a live unboxing. It is what it is, you know. I don't know how to use this one in particular. I've used a lot of their products and I own a lot of their products, but like it was my first time. So, you know, you were experiencing the frustration with me, but I figured it out. I actually prefer the X2T dial over the new triggers. It's more precise. Wow. Okay. I personally like the newer ones, but you know, to each his own. Shout out to you. I have the mini flash. Love it. All right, Fel, there you go. All right. That's one person. Fel, you are going to need the adapter to raise it for when you have longer lenses. You're absolutely right. But what I plan to bring behind the scenes is a 35. This is what I plan to bring. But also to get around longer lenses, I'll just hold it up. I'll just hold it. You know? Let's see here. Anthony Arthur Gonzalez. I'm curious as Sony shooter if there's any awesome low cost do it all lenses that doesn't beat up the bank. I'm gonna say if you're looking for a good low cost for Sony, Sigma has fantastic price lenses, and Viltrox. Viltrox makes a ton of lenses, and guess what? They're all available on E-mount. Okay, so check out Viltrox, check out Sigma for sure. Let's see here. Comments. Where is the comment? Oh, okay. My favorite small flash, although not many, is the Godox V350. Yeah, I have the V100. I absolutely love it. So if you like it, I love it. Arthur, I do dig how easy it is to dial it in. Yeah, it is pretty easy to dial it in. I do like that a lot. You know, all you got to do is swipe it, really, to change the power. Or if you want, you could go ahead and use a dial. Let me see. Let me cover up my face. So you could use a dial like this, or you could just, you know, swipe your finger. To each his own. Let's see. Did I just see a new name? Page of Styles. Good evening. Let's see here. Paige got some fans up in here. And Roy, it's not the size of your flash. It's what you do with it. Hello. And then Craig says, I could swear the trigger was on 21 and remote on 22, but I could be wrong. Yeah, I figured it all. I just put it all at 1 eventually. I noticed that too. I was just driving me nuts where I was going wrong. And then I put it all on channel 1. Let me see. There we go. Channel 1. It works now. Group, you see it's on set to A. I can't wait to bring this to the fashion show. There's a fashion show on the 20th. I'm bringing this bad boy, testing it out as an event photography flash. And I'm going to bring that review to all of you out there, let you know. And of course, you already know when I do that, I'm going to share with you the photos I took with it. And what I'm going to do is, maybe I'll share the unedited photos just so that you can really see how well this flash works or does not work. That'll probably be like the best kind of review for this kind of a flash. Let's see here. We got a lot of convo. I love the conversation you all are having. Just like me, if I can't figure out something out, I won't let it go. You already know, man. I had to figure it out. And because I did, this thing has a lot of functionality. You have high-speed sync, TTL, wireless trigger control, USB-C charged. Not that bad. Yeah. I really am excited to try this little thing out. You know what? I'm going to bring it with me on my photo shoot tomorrow and just snap off a few shots with this just to see what it would look like. You know what I mean? Why not? Okay. If I can get like really good light with this little thing for my photo shoot with this model tomorrow, I'm going to be laughing very hard. I'm like, wow. Anyway, let's just see. This little thing versus the AD200. Who knows? Manuals and PDF are much easier to read. Yeah, you're right. This thing was small. This thing right here, and half of it's in Chinese. Like, come on. Let me see if you can see that. This thing is crazy. I know it's hard to see, but it's crazy small. But I figured it out. Hello. I have a tablet dedicated to PDF manuals for when things go wrong. I need to do something like that too. Looks like a sweet device, Rob. Congrats. Yeah, I think it's going to be a very cool situation for event photography, quite honestly. And honestly, street photography too. There's some OG street photographers that would just walk around with the camera, like in the streets of New York, and they just have their flash in their hand and just pop and take quick little fashion photos on the street. This could definitely be up there with that. Roy, most Godox flashes work fairly well on the shutterless Z8, Z9, but does this one? Well, so far it's flashed every time I've pressed the shutter. So far so good. But as you know, I just literally opened this thing up, and I will let you know. Well, tomorrow I'll bring it with me on a model shoot, let you know more about that. And then next week I have a fashion show. I want to use this as an event photography flash. I'll let you know how that goes as well. So the jury is out. Okay, here we go. Whenever I get new gear, the last thing I do is download the PDF manual. I know, man. It's like, I don't know. I'm stubborn, right? So if I don't get it, I'm going to figure this thing out. You know, rain, hail, sleet, or snow. I'm figuring this thing out. All right, let me get a second here. I see we caught up with all the comments. Thank you all for being a part of the action and the conversation. Love it. Let me see here. I want to turn off this thing. There we go. You all know who I am. We're about to get into the main event. I know I'm drinking coffee after 5 p.m. May not be the best thing. Does anybody else drink coffee after 5 p.m.? I'm doing it now just because I want to keep my energy up good on oh, look at that. Keep my energy up. Let's see. Let me go here. Cool. Oh, look at that. Robert's live. I'm checking it out. Hey, look at that. My live stream on Instagram looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. It's funny seeing yourself live like through another platform. Anyway, whenever I get new gear, the first thing I do, oh yeah. Craig said, no, any coffee after 5 or 6, I'm awake until 3 a.m. You know, that is the case with me too. But today I just want to have a lot of energy. I don't know why I was so excited to do the live stream today. Now that it does it on 2 different aspect ratios, whether it be the YouTube shorts and the vertical or the horizontal. And I was just so excited to try this out. So I guess that's part of it. And I got this in today too. So that kind of is exciting as well. So there you go. I drink coffee anytime. It's my primary food group. Hey-o. I'm not mad at you. I love coffee. I really do. I was thinking about like introducing different kinds of coffees that I like that I enjoy on this stream, but I figured I don't know if you guys give a damn. So anyway. All right, let's get to the main event, shall we? First, let me get to banners, media assets, notes. Here we go. Okay. All right, let's get to the main event, y'all. Okay, let's go. Cool. First thing is I want to say is we're talking about third-party lenses, right? The rise of third-party lenses. We can no longer deny how much of an impact they are, especially due to the economy, and how much they've gotten better, right? That is the God's honest truth. They have just gotten a lot better over the past 10 years. All right. So I want to ask okay. So with that said, we could honestly have seen the progression of third-party brands going from budget options to actually pro-grade performers like Viltrox and Sigma and Tamron are all great examples of third-party lenses. Actually, Sigma and Tamron are, quite honestly, right up there with native lenses. If you shoot Sony E mount, Leica L mount, Sigma is a phenomenal choice if you just don't feel like getting the native option. It really is. And Tamron has a lot of Nikon lenses, and you're not going to lose out on optical performance. And most importantly, I would say even autofocus performance, right? But you will be saving at least a third of the cost of what the native version would be. Unfortunately, they're not always available in every lens. Like maybe Sony. I think Sony, you can just get every freaking kind of lens through Sigma, and perhaps Tamron too. I'm not familiar with E mount and Tamron, but in general, when you do get a lens, those 2 third-party options are gonna be top tier for sure. Underneath that, in my opinion, it's gonna be like Viltrox, Sirui. We're talking about for photography in this case. Who else? 7 Artisans has made a couple of really good ones as well. But yeah, Viltrox has been making like the most noise, I think, because they went straight to like pro grade, like 35-1.2, 85-1.4, 135-1.8. So I mean, you saw me during a live stream order 2 Viltrox lenses, a pro and a lab lens from Viltrox. And the lab is their top tier, pro is the like second to top, and then they just have Viltrox, which have like plastic casing, etc. But the pro and the lab have all metal. All right. So I want to show you, for me, what lenses I actually owned at a third party. Okay, how about I show you all that? Let's dig into some of the ones I own. So here is one. We'll stick to photography. These are the ones that I bought. A lot of you know. Let me take this one off. I know that Mozman didn't like this lens. I like mine. I like mine. It does what I need to do. This is the chunky old 135 f1.8. Let me see if I can get this out there for y'all. Boy, does it have? Where's the front of this thing? Oh, there it is, right there. Okay, 35-1.8, right there. And I love this lens. This is like, I call it like a sniper kind of a lens. It has a floating elements design in it. Autofocus, click, declick button right there if you want it to. You know, I love this lens. It definitely has weight to it, and it has a smudge on it. I need to clean that. For Z mount, it's gorgeous lens. I like it a lot. I smash portraits with that thing. Okay. Then I also have this one, which is like on the opposite end of focal lengths. It's the 16 mil f1.8. So if you want to do astro photography, architecture, real estate, stuff like that, or just super great establishing shots. Let's say, who else would use it? I said events, right? Weddings, etc. This is a great option. I think it was like only $600, maybe even less. Very smooth focus ring, all metal design. This is their pro lens, a great lens right here. I really like that. No issues with it. If you've been following me, you've already seen me post photos using this lens. It adds obviously some distortion, etc. But for me, for portraits, when I do use it intentionally for that purpose, it comes out really cool because I like that effect. But I don't pull out this lens a whole lot. It is freaking wide at 16 mil is wide. Okay. But the body and the build quality is great. It's metal. Let me switch to this lens. Metal, right? Like I said, on the click on off switch. Little LCD screen right there. And then here's your autofocus, manual focus, function 1, function 2. Solid lens. If you shoot Z mount, and I believe it comes in E mount too, a great option if you do like those kind of photography, like I said, landscape, real estate, cityscape, weddings. I would definitely choose this for weddings too. So that's one these were the two most recent ones I purchased, and when I did, it was live during this show. I believe it was King Kruk who told me to go ahead and smash that purchase button. We have those. Now, I do own, as I said, Sigma. Sigma is I mean, you pull out a Sigma, ain't nothing wrong gonna happen after you pull out a Sigma, okay? And that's what she said. Hello. Okay, maybe not that. I meant this. All right, so here we go. Whoops. There we go. Make sure it's good to go. So this one, 85-1.2 DGDN lens. Make sure you get that one, not the other one. All right, DGDN lens, digital native. That's what that's for. This one is for L mount, 85-1.4, 77 millimeter filter thread. Goes up to f16. You could click, declick. It's all up to you. Here's the declick. You just want it to be smooth. Oh yeah, that thing's quiet. But honestly, 85-1.4, It's actually pretty compact. Here's my hand. Here's my hand. Pretty compact for 8514. Look at that gorgeous glass. A little dusty though. Goodness. Hold on. Let me. Ooh, look at that. Man, you see, man, you wipe that once. It looks gorgeous. Looks gorgeous. Look at that. I know. Man. It's a beautiful sight, isn't it? That's the 8514. You do portraits, this is going to be your winner chicken dinner right here. This is it. Can't really complain. So that's the 8514. I own, I think, 4 or 5, 5 Sigma lenses, but I'm just pulling out the 2 that I like a lot. The 8514. Then I have this bad boy right here, the 3514 DGDN lens. What I really like about this lens is 67 millimeter filter thread. So it's much easier to get, like, you know, my ND filters and whatever for this lens. Nice. Build quality. It's definitely like Sigma art build quality. A very sleek design. But I always wanted, like, when I got this lens, I always wanted like a 35, like a pro grade 35 that, I don't know, it was just something about a 35. And this was my first 35 full frame lens I ever got. Very nice. Again, this one is for L mount. I love it. I like it. And the build quality it's solid. There's nothing wrong with Sigma art lenses. Like, this is creme de la creme. And they just look sleek and sexy. So shout out to Sigma, making sleek and sexy designs. All right. So if I think not Andre, it was somebody else that asked, Arthur, if you're like, hey, what lens should I get? Or third-party lens for my Sony? Look at Sigma, because they have tens and tens, maybe over 100 lenses just for that come in E-mount. So you get this 3514, and you're in there like swimwear. And this is a great quality lens. All right, so we got that. Woo! Let's check some before we go over some more lenses. Let's check out some of these here comments. Craig says, I'll make sure a hot chocolate now instead. Yeah. After 5, I should be drinking hot chocolate. What am I doing? What am I doing? So, those Tamron G2s are super nice. Okay. I'll check them out. I got to check. I actually would love to review more Tamron lenses. They've never reached out to me. I'm available. I don't hate Tamron at all. I just wish I had more access to them to be able to share my opinions about them, because I hear nothing but phenomenal things. And when I worked at Mike's camera, I saw what people were able to capture using Tamron lenses all the time. So I would love to check it out. Fel, are you able to disable the smaller ring on the Viltrox 16 mil? Let me see. Smaller ring. Disable it. Oh. Technically, you could disable it. Here, let me show you. Technically, I mean, you could disable it by just putting it on auto and then control the aperture through your camera. If that's what you mean, yes, you could do that. Or you can set the aperture yourself. And then here's the focus. I hope that answered your question. I'm not sure. We'll find out. Oh, with the emojis. I do like emojis. My emoji game is pretty strong. Sigma and Tamron are good now, but I have too many bad memories of the past. I feel you, but Sigma art right now, especially if you get the DGDN lenses, not the HSM, the hypersonic motor, which are built for DSLR and same as well as the flange distance. These are built for mirrorless. These are built for mirrorless. So the flange is built for mirrorless as well as the autofocus and everything else. So you're going to get a different kind of performance out of the DGDN if you're using a mirrorless camera. They are chef's kiss. You shouldn't wipe the front element. You'll remove the coating. Oh, look at Roy. I tell you, there's always, hold on. You know what? Donald Trump wants to thank you, Roy, for your help.
Thank you very much.
There you go. If you like the scrub lens, then use a UV protective filter and you can go for it. I tend to not put UV filters in front unless it's a very high grade. Otherwise, I'm like literally putting a crappier lens or filter, if you will, in front of my higher grade lens. So I do. That's a good practice. But that means I need to get tons of new UV filters, and I just haven't done it because I'm lazy. Simple as that. Daniel, Viltrox just released a new series called EVO F2, bringing a smaller and lighter version to their lenses lineup. My thing is, like I have, let's just say, for instance, I have this lens right here, 35-1.8. Now, am I going to notice the loss of light from f1.8 to f2.0? Probably not. I wonder what the cost is compared to 1.8 to the 2.0s, and what am I getting? Like, what's the difference of the two? Otherwise, I'll just stick with 1.8s. This one here, even though it's not Viltrox, it's 7 Artisans. It's all metal body right here. So I'm getting good quality, etc. And it's f1.8. So I'm just curious when they do the 2.0. I really want, more Z mount lenses coming from Viltrox, quite honestly. The 35-1.2, the 85-1.4, like those lenses. And then I'll be really excited, quite honestly. But if you're a Sony shooter, and you should be looking at Viltrox for sure. Because all the great lenses they've been coming out with like the past 6 months, they're all freaking for Sony. At least they have it in E-mount, So there you go. That's my gripe. I would like to take a look at the lens, but and also compare it to the price, and see compare it with the f1.8s. Hauta is the best method to clean lens filters without leaving smudges. It's a pain to clean them. Oh, okay. To clean Oh, yeah, the filters. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't put filters in front. It is what it is. Unless it's a circular polarizer, like a variable ND filter, polarizer, something like that. Oh, John Ishii in the house. Hello. Where's my thing? There we go. We gotta go big. Robert, I used the Tamron 1630 2.8 in Thailand on my Z6 III. It was good. I sold off my Nikon 1430 f4. Very nice. I was blasted with firecrackers. See my video and it nailed it. 15,000 shots, my friend, and cheap. Shout out to you. Okay. That's pretty awesome. That's dope. Thank you, John. I am going to check it out. If you can, I got to smash. Hold on. I'm going to go to your channel right freaking now. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to your channel and make sure I smash that bell icon, John. All right. Oh, cool. I'm subscribed, but there we go. I put it on all. So I just hit the bell icon for all of your notifications, John. Shout out to you. And that's how we roll, baby. Friends supporting friends. Okay. I'll let you guys know. Okay. This is what I did right here. make sure, just like I did to a friend of mine, I put on all. So feel free to do that for me too. All right, everybody. It's free 99 to support a friend. All right. Okay, let me get back to my show, shall we? Get back to my show. Okay. Got it, John. I'm gonna check it out after the stream. Roy, microfiber wipes remove the AR coating, especially when they've been in the wash. Oh, that's actually really good advice. Thank you very much. Oh, they removed the AR coating. Gosh, all these little nuances. I mean, photography is like, you have to be slightly insane to get into this stuff, really. To not only are you trying to capture a decent photo, all these little things, like who would have known? I didn't know that much. I thought microfiber cloths were okay. I mean, I didn't throw them in a wash or nothing, but I didn't know all these nuances. So thank you. Thank you, everybody out there in the chat world. We shot almost all Tamron for video. The lenses are lighter and all have 67 millimeter filter threads. Plus, the new batch of G2s are great. Hey, I keep hearing about these Tamron G2s. I feel a little left out. Very sad. It is what it is. So, Roy, all the secondhand Z lenses I've looked at lately, few still have much of a AR coating. Interesting. Probably because they wiped it away, right? You are very much welcome, my friend. Yeah, don't worry about it. Exactly. Support. Come on now, people. Smash that like for me, please. If you haven't already. You know what time it is. It's very easy to support somebody. All it does is take a little tappity tap, tap, tap. All right. Very easy to do. All right. Where was I? Get back to our comments. Manila, Tamron lenses on a Sony FX2 is our go-to these days. No overheating, bulletproof autofocus, lightweight. My shooters are 5 feet tall girls. Hello. Shout out to you and on all your shooters. Very cool. No, you know what? I mean, I've never heard like on a massive level, like time to time, maybe a lens is not the best, but Tamron overall is pretty kick-ass. So it is what it is. I just need to get my hands on some. Detergent in the wash makes the microfiber cloths abrasive. Oh, and then thus scratches off the AR coating. Thank you very much. That's what it is. Yeah, I do notice that they do feel a little bit different, like a little bit rougher. But thank you for letting me know that specifically. That's great. That's good to know. All right. Now, next thing is, let's talk about this. Let's talk about this. When it comes to third-party lenses, price and performance, let's talk about that. Let's just, not saying, I'm not pointing any out any specific brand names, but if you get a slightly not as quick autofocus, but the price is killer, could you put up with that? That's my question. If you pay 50% less, 60% less, 40% less, but maybe not exactly the same kind of performance you would get with a native lens, is that worth it for you? That is my question. Let me see your comments down in the chat. Okay. Oh, yeah. I hope I don't get copyright strike for that thing, but I love using it. That's my question. I ask you. Okay. I got the Viltrox 2845, brand new in Sichuan, China for $50. Oh my God. John, I actually really like that lens. It's a lot of fun to use. $99 here in the US. Can you believe that? $99. But honestly, it's still worth $99. Okay, because I have a lot of fun with that lens. That's just me. That's just me. But $50, you're gonna have you'll have a great time with that lens. Depends entirely on use case. Sports, action. No, I need fast as possible performance. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. For sports, you cannot risk that. Absolutely not. For me, for portraits, I can. There's some give for me because generally my models aren't moving a whole lot. But I mean, I do notice between native and non-native at times, but I can work around it a lot easier for portraits. Okay. I got a Typoc Leica M lens for $800 and a light lens lab Cook lens for cheap, and it beats the hell out of a Leica at almost nothing compared to the Leica price. See, that's what I'm talking about right there. That's pretty cool. And that's why I want to talk about this is that look at these third-party lenses. Look what they're doing. And we all win, quite honestly. When we have options, we win. When we have options, we win. Again, would you give up a little bit of performance for a third-party lens for a cheaper price, 30% off, 40 or even 50% off the native version? Is that worth it for you? Or are you the one that likes to just stick with native glass? You know, are you the bougie one with tons of money? Well, God bless you. I used to be that way, quite honestly. I used to be that way. I would be like, I can't do it. It has to be Nikon for Nikon, Lumix for Lumix, et cetera, et cetera. Then I got Sigma. Okay. I was like, oh, this thing's not that bad. Okay. Then I got this lens right here. Hold on, let me turn this one off. Then I got this lens. Let me show you. During the pandemic, during the lockdown, Sirui had their first full frame anamorphic lens, and it's this one right here. Hold on. All right. It's the I think it's called is it Venice? Oh shoot, I forgot what the line this is. But either way, it's a 50 mil T2.9 anamorphic lens with a 1.6 time anamorphic squeeze. Okay. Fully metal. Okay. If you ever seen the movie, Full Metal Jacket right here, baby. This thing's great. Look at that. I love this lens. It's so heavy, but I love it. It's built like a freaking tank. It feels I'm very confident when I pull this thing out. Hello, that's what. Anyway, it's a great lens. Beautiful build quality. Got it. When they had this on Kickstarter, I immediately had to put money on it. Only like $1,200 or something. Look at that thing. This thing is gorgeous. Love it. I can't get rid of it. I don't want to get rid of it. It's just a great piece of glass. I love what I could get out of it. The colors are great. Sharpness is great. It's all manual. Very smooth, focused throw. Like this thing. It's great. All right. So, but it is what it is. I love this lens. Here we go. Let's get that. Look at that. That blue streak action, So that was like my second third party situation. Was after Sigma, I got a couple of pieces of glass. Then I got this bad boy. And then I was convinced. I was like, you know what? These third party joints is doing a darn good job. So Sigma, I got it for at the time was for still and photography. And then that one obviously there's for just for video, all manual. But at the time when that Sirui anamorphic lens came out, literally that was like mind blowing to get a full frame glass of that build quality at that price was like, poof, at that time, it was like, whoa, that's great. You don't have to spend $3 to $5 grand. You could spend $1,200 if you did the, I think the Kickstarter was around 1,200 or something. And then I think it went up to 15. Now it's on sale. You get it for a cheaper price, but it's a great piece of glass. And now they have the 35 version and the 100 mil. And tomorrow they're actually dropping a full frame autofocus anamorphic lens set. Okay, let me show you guys this. Let me show you. I have to show you guys this. It's incredible right here. Let me see. Where the heck did I put this thing? Is that it? Is that it? No. But let's go to Sirui. Oh yeah, these are the Venice. Oh yeah, you get my lens now for $500. Oh no, that's the 50 mil, $449. Holy Christ, that's incredible. You can get this lens right now. Look at this. Look at this stuff right here. All right. Let's go to Sirui. Boom. Look at that. 50 the 50 mil for $449. Full frame anamorphic lens. Yowzers. That's incredible. That's incredible. I paid twice as much as that. Jeez, I should have just waited. Oh my goodness, that's crazy. It is what it is, though. You know, you win some, you lose some, everybody. You win some, you lose some. Oh shoot. But they have a new lens set coming out, which it's off. It's no. Let me see. Anamorphic lenses, let me see, because their Kickstarter launches tomorrow. Full frame, autofocus, anamorphic. And it's no, that's not it. That's not it. Okay, so let's do this. Sirui, full frame, anamorphic, autofocus. Let's see. I don't think that's it. Well, no, I don't think that's it. Sirui autofocus anamorphic. No. It's going to be on our Kickstarter tomorrow. Is that? Oh yeah, here we go. Check this out. Boom. Check that out. This is dropping tomorrow, 5:30 in the morning. They're doing like a live stream or something or other about this announcement. The Astra series announced world's first T1.9 full frame autofocus anamorphic lens. Come on now. Look at this. 33x times zoom, right? 33. Got the 50, 75, and I think that's 100 or 150 or something. Oh yeah, 50, 75, and 100 mil. Each weighs 600 to 700 grams. Features a unified 67 millimeter filter thread. Dang, that's going to be great. Making them remarkably portable for professional anamorphic glass. Okay. Last year, they announced the 20 and 40 mil for Super 35 autofocus anamorphic right there. And now these are all going to be this basically, full frame anamorphic. That's going to be great. OMG. Oh, this is going to be nice. Which one? He said, 50 or 75 and 100 mil. Jesus. That's going to be like half the size of my current anamorphic lens. That's nuts. Okay. So these are all, again, it'll be an E mount, Z mount, and L mount. E mount, Z mount, and L mount will be available in these mounts covering Sony, Nikon, and Panasonic. Oh man, this is going to be, shoot, I'm so excited. 2 flare styles. You get the blue streak or the natural light streak. I would personally get the natural light, the neutral light, light streak. I got the blue streak, but like in certain instances, it doesn't come off as real or natural rather. So I would get the neutral light streak. But boy, I can't wait. I wonder how much it's going to be. And for the whole kit. Oh, here we go. It says Sirui will be offering super early bird pricing starting at $7.99 per lens instead of $1,000. $23.99 for a set of 3 lenses, including a $99 hard case. Normally, this set will set you back $3,000. For additional information, please head to Surui's website. $2,300 for the whole thing. OMG. You know, it is what it is. You know, it's going to be nice. It's going to be a nice day for lenses tomorrow if you shoot video, which you should be, because as most of you know, I've been telling you, photos alone will no longer cut it. You got to be able to do both. Wow, that was nice. Let's get to some comments here. Where the heck was I? Boy. Depends on it then. I got a typod. Okay, yeah, basically lenses. Okay, here we go. Craig says, yep, basically our subjects or not. If so, how fast? Then gauge price versus performance. Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. And in your case with sports, you can't sacrifice autofocus performance and accuracy for sure. We win for sure. You have to be on glued to pay like a price just for the name or get face. Yeah, you're right. Some people will pay for the name just to say they have it, right? Not me. And you don't need to anymore. I generally only go native, but I'd consider Tamron or Viltrox. There you go. I think for you, with the sports, you may, if anything, I'd do the Tamron over the Viltrox for sure. But if you're just doing portraits and stuff, Viltrox is freaking killer. Roy, is that lens 1.3 or 2 times anamorphic? It's 1.66. Let me see if I could show this to you. So where is it? Right there. 1.66. So it's super wide or super anamorphic, which is annoying because like my D squeeze in the, where did that thing come up? I didn't put a thumbs down. My Lumix cameras don't do it doesn't do 1.66. It'll do 1.3. It does 2.0 and and 2 others, but not 1.66. But nonetheless, it is what it is. It's gonna be like almost like a 30 mil or 32 mil or something, That's what it'll look like. Oh, thank you, Michelle. Thank you. I just saw a video about the new Sirui series called Astra, full frame anamorphic 133 autofocus lenses, 50 centimeters. Yes. Honestly, I'm going to be up for the 5:30 announcement and I want to see what it's all about. I already know there are going to be some phenomenal lenses with it. Let's just be real. Autofocus, I want to check that out. Oh, thank you. Third Eye. Shout out to you. Thank you, everybody who's on Instagram right now watching. Thank you so much. But yes, I can't wait to see that announcement tomorrow. Just Google Sirui. Yep, I got that. Thank you very much. And I wish all lenses were T-rated instead of a pseudo aperture. Yeah, I mean, I certainly wasn't a part of that conversation, but I get it. I understand the frustration. Cooley, whoa, Cooley's in the house. Haven't seen your name pop up in a minute, brother. Good to see you, man. And then there's already only one review on YouTube about those great lenses. Damn. I wish Sirui would reach out to me. I'd love to review those lenses and bring that to all of you. That'd be great. I would love to put that through its paces and shoot with all three of those lenses and really see how well the autofocus is, how the color contrast is. Yeah, I would love to, but I don't have a big enough channel yet. So with that said, and since I don't have a big enough channel, that's why you all need to go ahead and smash that like, that share, and subscribe. And most importantly, click that bell to get notifications. And that will let companies like Sirui know they need to come out and support this channel by letting me do some reviews. All right. So, but no, you're right. The faster the lens, the better the autofocus works. Okay. Well, I still had, was about to say, I know that if precision is important, I want as native as possible. And the 230, was it 230? The two third-party brands I know that get as closest to native as possible is Sigma and Tamron. That is just been my experience and what I've heard from others. Jado Photography says, good evening. Good evening to you. Yeah, shout out to you. And I think Donald Trump wants to say something to you for tuning in. I think he has something to say.
Thank you very much.
Well, there you go. He says, thank you very much. Roy comes in. Some lenses I've found to be up to 2 stops slower than they claim. Dang. No, that's upsetting. Andre, Robert, sorry, this off topic. What brand CF Express do you use to record AK60 and the Z8? Let me. Honestly, I'll show you. Oh, hold on, that's a good question. Let me show you. All right. I'm back. Okay. I'm going to show you guys all the I only have 3 CF Express Type B cards. None of them have ever failed me. I'll go from smallest to largest capacity. First is runner up. There we go. Look at that. You see that special effect I just gave you guys? So we check it out right here. If it decides to not look at my face, please don't look at my face. There we go. It's the Lexar 128 millimeter, 28. Oh, Jesus. 128 gig card. Now, I don't shoot 8K with this, but this is the first card I use. Now, if I'm shooting 8K 60 frames, at bare minimum, which I probably wouldn't recommend a whole lot, but I'd use a terabyte. But I have this one right here, which is the Hoodman 512 gig. I have 0 issues with this thing. Okay. Now, here's the big boy. There's my big boy one right here. Bam. 2 terabyte from Chip Fancier. Now, you may not have heard this brand, but they sent this to me to try out, and I've yet to have an issue with this. And this is what I would use for 6K open gate, 8K 60, all the bigger files besides 4K, right? Like this thing, because it has the capacity to hold it all, and I've had 0 issues with it. 2 terabytes right there. So those are the 3 that I've been using, and I've never had any issues with any of these. For photos, I have this one right here. I've yet to ever fill this thing up. 128 gig, the Lexar one. and I use this for my photos. So generally, like tomorrow for a photo shoot, I'll be using that 128 gig, and I'll be shooting with the Z6 Mark III. All right, I see everybody chip fancier. Let me show that again. I'll show it again. Hold on. There we go. There we go. Okay. This camera has contrast detect, autofocus, so bear with me. But that's the one, Andre. Ooh, Roy. Okay, hold on. Let me see this. Sigma Art. Oh yeah, they are great. Sigma Art is fantastic. Coolly, tell you the truth. And then what do you say? Okay, cool, awesome. Glad to help. I hope that helped at least. Oh, Delkins are great too, Andre. If you get Delkin, but if you're shooting 8K at bare minimum, I'll go with 1 terabyte. Don't even look at anything less if you're shooting 8K 60 like that. He says, I recently threw out my jar of failed SD cards. I'm still waiting for XQD or Safe Express card to fail. Exactly. I have 2 XQD cards. Where the hell? Oh, they're right here. Duh. But they're only 64 gigs. That was like for the 850 and like my first Z6 or something. Let's see. I've moved over to using only Delkin. Hold on, did my camera feel like my microphone just got hot for a second? I've moved over. Oh, here it is. I've moved over to using only Delkin or ProGrade over the last year or so. I have some other brand cards that have been regulated to overflow. Okay, well, there you go. Oh, yeah, I've heard great things about ProGrade. I know Jared Poland loves ProGrade. Delkin, I've never, ever heard anything bad about Delkin stuff. And they actually, like, educated me on, like, really understanding the numbers on these packages. So Delkin, I would definitely feel safe with. But those are the ones that I have, and those never failed me. And they're fast as hell. Like the buffer, like it'll keep up with your camera. That's for sure. Ever played with from camera Wi-Fi printer for events? That I have not. The only event really I've been doing the past, I would say 10 years are like fashion shows. I don't have to print anything, but using a flash like this could really help me out. And I set up a gallery for fashion shows, and then those from that gallery is what I share to everybody else, and they get a free download. You know, I'm crazy about Z6 Mark III. Yeah, that camera is, to me, the Z6 Mark III is bar none the best well-rounded hybrid camera Nikon has made thus far, for sure, and you can't beat its price. Oh, we have a question here. So Pies asks over here on Instagram, Sirui versus Sigma. Who you got? Well, I'm gonna say, let me see if I can heart his. Oh, okay. I can't. I wish I could heart people's questions. Oh boy, that's a tough one. For stills, I would go with Sigma. If you're doing still photography and want to shoot video, I will go with Sigma. If you're just looking for straight up like cinematic video, I will go with Sirui's probably Sirui. Which one would I do? I have manual lenses for Sirui, honestly. So for that factor, but for you, because I know you have a Lumix, I would say go with the Sigma for sure. And I'm not sure if you watched earlier, but that's why I went with the DGDN art lenses. Okay. If you're going for, I think Sigma would be a better fit for you. All right. That's just my opinion. if you're shooting Lumix. It'll give you the best well-rounded experience with high-grade pro results, quite honestly. Andrew says, thank you, sir. You are welcome. Sorry, the name drop pro grade fails a lot. Oh. Okay, I don't know about that experience. I know about, again, I could speak on what I do and what I use, and for sure those 3 cards have never failed. Thank God. Okay. Delkin cards are worth the extra card. Yeah, I've heard nothing but good things about Delkin. And again, I've spoken to their reps at a Mike's Camera store event, and the amount of knowledge that I learned about CF Express cards, and most importantly, how to read and understand which ones are the ones for what I need it for. They were pretty freaking awesome. And so they were not playing around. I think it's their black version is the best version. So do that. Yeah. Okay. You're welcome, Pi. Yeah. The Sigma Art DGDN lenses are going to be the best bet for you. Best well-rounded all-around lens are going to be Sigma DGDN lenses, and they're a good size for the Lumix S5 Mark II. I think for you with your travels, the 3514 be a kick-ass lens. Pi, he's over there on Instagram right now, everybody. This one right here, where is it? What am I doing? This one right here for you. Okay. That lens right here, you would really like to travel with this one. The 35 f 1.4 lens, 67 millimeter filter thread. Awesome lens. Bring that puppy to Thailand. You're gonna have yourself a good time. Sirui versus Viltrox. Which one? It depends on what you want to use. If you're doing more videos and cinematic, like video and stuff like that, Sirui has some phenomenal, like I'd have to say Sirui all day. That's it, Sirui. But if you're looking for more photos and stills, I haven't used their stills a whole lot in Surei's department, but for Viltrox for sure, I would have to go with Viltrox, and you can't beat their prices at all. Let's see here. We also have, I buy a dozen cards at a time, which proved bad when I got 12 bad SanDisk SD cards. Wow. Well, my thing is, if and when possible, use CF Express Type B. And it's all, when I hear these issues, it's always with SD cards. So. Yeah, it is. It is, Andre. It really is. The Sigma Art DGDN lenses are phenomenal. Bar none, you're going to get the same performance as your native Sony Z mount. Who else do they have? L mount cameras. And they're optically the same as their Cine lenses. So if you need a well-rounded hybrid, I would say third-party lens, a Sigma Art is going to give you that. Fel, thank you guys for your response. Hey, that's what this community is about, man. We got opinions. And guess what? Everybody here is going to share their dang opinion. So be ready for that. All right. All right. Look at that. We are killing it today. But no Sigma for Nikon Z full frame yet. I know. That is so annoying. Yeah, that's so annoying. Right? That is so annoying. I wish that wasn't the case. That's a Nikon thing, I would have to say. I don't think Sigma would like not want to do a full frame for a very popular mount. So yeah, I think that's why we don't see the Viltrox 8514 and the 3512 for Z mount. I think that's totally a Nikon thing, and they don't want any sort of competition for their versions of those lenses, which I understand. But at the same time, that sucks. It really does. All right. All right. So it's been a long 2 hours, everybody. I think Tamron, if I could be mistaken, but Tamron actually manufactures Nikon lenses. So therefore they may have an agreement like kind of like Leica and Lumix share technologies. So I think it's kind of like that. So therefore they get more of a grace or open to their mount more than anybody else. And just like, you know, Sigma they get to produce every damn Sony E-mount version, but Sony's always been kind of a open door policy with their camera system, and I think that's one of the greatest strengths of their marketing. All right, so with all that said, I am tired, everybody. Can you believe it? I know it's hard to believe sometimes. It is hard to believe, but I am 2 hours. So, with all that said, I'm going to have to wind down and call this a day. I will be live again next week. Same time, same bat place here on YouTube. All right. I do want to thank everybody for tuning in for another episode of Let's Talk Photography. I hope you enjoyed this conversation discussing the pros and cons, the ups and downs, the left, rights of third-party lenses. And again, I did a live unboxing for those who just tuned in of this mighty mini portable flash, okay, high-speed sync and all that good stuff. The let me see if I can get this right. Here we go. IT30 mini compact flash. And it's got TTL too. It's a really cool flash. I did the unboxing earlier, so on the replay, you can go check it out for yourself. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, let me know down below. Of course, follow me on all the socials, and make sure before you leave, smash that like. All right, please smash the like on this video. Subscribe to my channel for more topics like this. I really enjoy all of your discussions, your comments, your inputs, etc. I really appreciate all of you out there. Until next time, keep shooting, stay creative. Thank you for watching.